Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in. Now, y'all got to forgive me. I think I missed a video yesterday. Hopefully, I didn't miss a video Wednesday too. But I try to tell y'all all the time, I'm not a YouTuber. I literally have to sacrifice to make this time. Like, YouTube is not 50% of my income. YouTube is not 100% of my income. YouTube ain't 30% of my income. You see what I'm telling you? So I can't really give 100% of my time to something that's feeding my family a small percentage. And so I have to take care of my business. So y'all understand that when I'm on here, this different for me. This the last frontier. I already had a brand and a business and everything before YouTube. Okay, so don't when you come on my videos, you gotta understand that I'm making a sacrifice to be here. Yes, YouTube pays, but that ain't what do all the feeding. Okay, so realize that now, because I seen a young lady write something about got her butt blocked, talking about Tony being inconsistent. Man, do I work for you? You not even in the blessed tribe for $1.99. Talking about I've been inconsistent. I don't work for you. You hear me? I ain't upset. I just got to. Hey, me personally, where I come from, you get red, left or right. You hear me? So when I come across something, yo, you finna get red. All right. Now I got us a letter here. I had to skip 2 letters because there was only 1 sentence long, and it was just like the letters I need to get into are the ones that got a little detail. This not gonna be that long of a video because I have not eaten today. And it's 3 p.m. and so my wife bringing me some home to eat with my son. So when she get here, I got to go. Hi Tony, I want to thank you for the knowledge you shared. You have really checked me at times when I needed and helped me in life. From London. I met my ex at university. We were both 19 and both virgins. We fell in love, and within 3 months we became boyfriend and girlfriend. We both believed in celibacy, but after a couple months into the relationship, we crossed that line. We used to tell ourselves, we are getting married anyways. I know it was silly. Anyways, we ended up being together for 1.5 years. But I know I read that the way it say that. I should have said a year and a half, but I be reading with y'all right now. 1.5 years. But he didn't know how to handle arguments. He would completely shut down. Towards the end, we would have some bad arguments. Nothing to do with women. But it got to a point where we broke up. No contact for a month. He then reached out initially to solely apologize for the way he treated me in arguments. His bluntness. Y'all remember when I do this, that's because it's in parentheses. His bluntness. We spoke and he asked for another shot. I listened to your videos. I was very hesitant. I believe I heard from God that it could work, but we need to stop sleeping together. I told him this and he agreed. He agreed to buy books and work through activities. It was going well. We are now 20 and 21. Out of the blue in conversation, he mentioned his friend is sleeping with a married woman and how he doesn't know about marriage anymore. I instantly got mad. I said, what do you mean? He said, I don't really believe in it anymore. How he still wants to be with me and have a family with me, but he's skeptical about it. Society pushes this idea that marriage no longer benefits a man. I instantly told him, it's not that you don't believe in marriage, but you just don't want to marry me. I was heartbroken all over again. Why did he ask for another chance when he knows marriage is important to me? He told me it's not personal and how he wants to be with me, but I'm not being anybody's baby mother. He said how it's not off the table and that his mind could change, but I'm not willing to take that risk. He said maybe we should have gone longer with the no contact. He doesn't want to end things, but he needs to get his mind right, and he wants to talk at the end of December. Now this from last year. That's what she said, end of December. I'm still on last year now. I'm in November now, but I just got into November. So hey, y'all, This another thing right here where I don't make decisions for y'all life. So you got to watch the videos, get the wisdom, get the knowledge, get the common sense. Common sense. We want to drive that home. But y'all make decisions. So when I get these letters, they're gonna be months old, and the decision already gonna be made. So you have to make the decision based on your wisdom, not mine. Don't let me be a dictator in your life and you make a decision based on what Tony said. What do your heart, what do your mind say? What God said when you talk to him. Okay, if you really walking with God. He wants to talk at the end of December. Should I bother giving him this chance? I know he's only 20 and I'm 21, but do you think him not believing in marriage is because of me or genuinely because he is not a man yet? P.S. He is not a grown boy. He has never played mind games or entertained other women. Kind regards. God bless you, Nah. I like your name, Nah. That's a dope little name, Nah. Sound like a fashion designer name. And you over there in London, y'all be dressing sleek and chic over there. UK, he doesn't believe in marriage. Ugh. Now see this one here, this a little sticky. And for men, this is a little tricky. It's a little sticky, it's a little tricky, okay? And he trying to give you a little. All right, what rhyme with sticky and tricky? All right, put it together. It's a little sticky and it's a little tricky. And he trying to give you a little. Okay, so that's what he's doing right now. Right now, he's trying to make you think that he doesn't believe in marriage and he doesn't know about marriage, because this here celibacy that he has agreed to again, it ain't working out for him. Because he remember what that felt like riding that bicycle. And when he had you on your bike, so he done rode that bicycle before, he trying to get him another ride in. So if he tell you he don't know about marriage, and you agree and say, oh, you know what, you're right, that is just a piece of paper, and you know, I am just sick and tired of these pieces of paper and these constructs and stuff we have. If you would have bought into there, you'd have been right on your back, because the only reason why y'all being abstinent, why y'all are abstaining from that, is because of your heart for God. You want to do right in the sight of God, because otherwise, if you don't have a law, if you don't have a commandment, if you don't have a rule, then you're not breaking a rule if that rule doesn't exist in your life. So someone who does not believe in the Holy Bible is not going to see anything wrong with sleeping with someone that you're not married to, because the definition of that is fornication. But fornication is biblical. So if someone is not biblical, then the word fornication does not apply to them. This guy here, you say y'all was both virgins, and then a few months in, y'all crossed that line. For one, you were a virgin. You don't know if he was a virgin, because you have not lived with him every day of his life. So you don't know if he was lying to you or not. And he didn't. And even though he could have been mild in the bed, that does not mean he was a virgin either. So that's for one. Speak for yourself. Because now that he went on across that line, y'all crossed that line a little too easy. Y'all crossed that line a little too easy for me. Because y'all don't come that far, y'all virgins, and then y'all get together. In a couple months into the relationship, y'all cross that line. That's a little too easy for me, for a virgin. So I feel like so to me, he must have had some kind of sexual energy that got you hot and ready like Little Caesars. Oh, y'all don't have, I don't think y'all have Little Caesars over there in the UK. That's a pizza place that the pizza always hot and ready, and that's their slogan, hot and ready. And so you just walk in and get you some. And that's how, you know, a lot of men and women today, hot and ready like Little Caesars. And so this right here, and then like you said, we used to tell ourselves we're getting married anyways. That's how we justify our sin. That's exactly how we'll do it. So now he coming back to see if you still dumb. He coming back, you know what, let me try this on her. me tell her I don't know about marriage, and let me see if she gonna get back on that same horse she used to be on about, oh, getting married one day anyways. Or I'll change him. Let me put some of this here monkey on him and change him. Get him down here in this guava. And so that's what a lot of women do. They hear a man say something and then they don't believe him, and they make up in their mind that they're going to change him. And that's the mistake. So listen to what you're feeling. Listen to what you're feeling and hear yourself, and don't play with yourself. So now if you went back to him and gave him another chance when he want to talk at the end of December, you made a mistake. So if you watching this and you went back, you made a mistake. And if you did go back, you realize that by now you made a mistake. Because a leopard don't change his spots like that. That me typing. Thank you. A leopard don't change his spots like that. So understand this right here. You are right when you said, is it that he doesn't believe in marriage? Or is it that he doesn't want to marry me? The latter will be correct. The latter will be correct. It's that he don't want to marry you. He believe in marriage. I'm gonna tell you this right here. Every man believe in marriage when he meet his wife. Every man. Because a man knows that a woman needs and deserves a commitment for life. And that in our society, in our world, a contractual paper, when you mean something, you put your name on the line. When you mean something. When you truly mean something in our world, because we got ink and we got paper and we got pens. So we sign a line now. See, back in the day, before there was ink, before there was paper, before there was pen, before there was stone, and before there was something to write in the stone with, you just had your word. So you could jump a broom or you could do something else and you didn't have to sign nothing. But in our world, we sign a paper. Because that says, I'm putting my name on this. I'm stamping this right here. That's what that means. So if a man ain't willing to sign that paper, and men who don't want to get married, they convince a woman that that's just a piece of paper. It's way more than a piece of paper. It's not a piece of paper. It's way more than a piece of paper. That's why if you sign that piece of paper, you got to pay a penalty in the court of law, because that is not just a piece of paper. If it's just a piece of paper, you don't have to uphold it. You don't have to live up to it. There's no repercussions. And that's why a lot of men talking about they don't want to get married, because they have this dream, this fantasy that they're going to become rich in fornication. And they're afraid that when they become rich and they have new interests and they want to, move around with their life, that they're going to have to give you half. They also innately afraid of God. And they feel like if they marry you, they got to be 100% faithful to you. And so they will have multiple sins. Whereas if they don't marry you, they could sleep with other women and they're not breaking a covenant with God. They're just cheating on you. That's the other reason why a lot of men don't want to get married. It's an innate fear of the covenant. Because innately we fear breaking contractual or legal or documented agreements. We fear breaking that because we have been ingrained to know there are repercussions when you break an agreement. So that's a part of the issue. So I want you to understand this and realize that this right here, what you have on your hands is you have a man who, if he was a virgin, let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he was a virgin. I'm gonna start believing y'all when y'all be believing these men, because I was coaching a gentleman the other day and he said what the stuff I said about him in the letter was not true. Now, as he was talking to me, I didn't believe him then either, because I know a man ain't just finna confess and just tell all his business and be like, yeah, Tony, you was right. You was absolutely 100% right. I'm all in the pornography. And it's like, come on, bro. Come on now. If you ain't what I said you was, then we wouldn't be on this call right now, because you'd have been the man that she need. And so a lot of men don't realize that they see through. They transparent. So this man right here, he see through. And so what happened is, if he was a virgin, when you gave him a piece of that guava, it's like biting off the tree of the forbidden fruit. Because the same part of the brain that's activated from the big O is the same part of the brain that's activated from that there. Cocaine. So what happened? Person get addicted to that feeling. So here y'all live virgin, saving yourself for God. Y'all listen to the adversary. Devil go to talking to you. Y'all get on y'all back. Y'all in the bed doing naked twister, grown folk tango in that bedroom. Y'all fall all into sin. Then y'all justify the sin. Oh, we're going to get married one day anyways. Then y'all go through a breakup. Y'all go through a breakup because when y'all get in an argument, he shuts down. He shuts down because he don't care enough for you. He shuts down because you're not his wife. He shuts down, he don't care about growing the relationship and the advancement of the relationship. He shuts down because he doesn't have the interest to communicate effectively to enhance your relationship, because you're not his wife. That he sees you as a placeholder. He sees you as a woman of convenience. So what he wants to do is use you as a test dummy to train and prepare him for the woman he wants to be with for the rest of his life. And that's the role that so many women have played. And so many women say, I don't want to build a man up for the next woman. If you don't want to build a man up for the next woman, stay off your back. Because if you're not on your back, he's going to leave you if you're not his wife. When your legs are closed, that's when you see a man true colors. When your legs open, you'll never know him. You'll never know him. When your legs open, especially before marriage, you'll never know him, because he's there for what you could do for him. The big O. That's why he's there. He's there for his hit. He's there for his high. He's there for that intoxication. And if you gonna be hot and ready, like Little Caesar Cemetery, if you gonna be hot and ready, then that's where you're gonna stay right there for. Be right up in you, all up in you, right up under you, sniffing all under you, behind your earlobe, because he trying to get him something. Boom. And then when he get him something, now he turn his back to you. Now he could do without you now. So now he see that you really about this marriage, you really serious about this marriage, and you ain't finna get back on what you used to be on, or, oh, maybe one day we'll get married, so let's go on sleep together, because maybe that's in the future. And then he tried to tell you, oh, it ain't off all the way off the table. It ain't all the way gone. Like, my mind still could be changed. So what that's saying in Manglish is, what you gonna do? What you gonna do strange for a little piece of change? You want me to change? What you gonna do strange? What you finna come off of? You ain't gonna come off nothing? Oh. Well, I'll be gone till November. Well, better yet, I'm gonna do Wyclef John one more. I'm gonna be gone till December. I'm gonna be gone till December, since you ain't finna come off nothing. All right, see ya, bye. And then what he finna do from the time that y'all break up for that 2 months or 1 month or whatever it was, he finna go find him something else to hop in. He finna date around very intentionally, very seriously to see if he could meet 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other women to see if anybody pique his interest. And if somebody else pique his interest, he ain't coming back at the end of December. If he came back, that means nobody else piqued his interest. Or he was a squirrel looking for a nut. He found a nut as a little squirrel in the park. And now he coming back to be abstinent with you because that's the energy that you own. But when he get a little hungry, a little squirrel, get a little hungry for him another nut, if you still on that same energy of until we get married, legs closed, the shop is closed, then he finna come up with another argument. You know what? I'm not an arguer. So we tried 1 month, and then we tried 2 months. You know what? This time it's like I need 3 months. We just got to be apart for 3 months this time, maybe 6 months, because we got a lot of work to do, and I need to work on me. I need to work on my mind. This is what he's telling you, and he telling you with a little flamboyancy in there too now, because he might have a little something in him. So, all right. So you got to be mindful. You got to be watchful. You got to pay attention to every little thing. You got to pay attention to every little thing. The other thing, what you have to realize is he's only 20. And you 21. So you dating and you lost your virginity and you were sleeping with a man that he 5 years before manhood. 20 is not a grown man. That is a grown boy. A man ain't got a chance of being a true grown man before the age of 25. Point blank period. Point blank period. The man that is a true man before the age of 25, he's 1 in a million. He's 1 in a million. That's why he treating you like a side piece. That's why he treating you like an option. That's why he wasting your time. That's why he leaving, going about his business and coming back. That's why he keep putting you on ice, keep putting you on hold. That's grown boy behavior. That's grown boy behavior. See, grown boy ain't just about entertaining other women. You say he never played mind game. This is a mind game. The whole thing that you describe is a mind game. This whole thing. But you 21 years old. You ain't been here long enough. You ain't been around long enough. You ain't seen enough game. You was a virgin when you met him. Sister, you don't know what game look like. Game could slap you and spit in your face and you wouldn't know it was game. Game could have a tattoo on his forehead. And you wouldn't know it was game. Why? Because you 21 and you done slept with one man at 21. In the world we live in, at 21, the average woman is at 5 men by the age of 21. In the world we live in, the average woman. A woman who has not slept with 3 to 5 men by the age of 21 is an exception. It's actually an exception to the rule. And so you are an exception to the rule. My wife was an exception to the rule. But here's the thing. The problem with being an exception to the rule is a lot of times y'all be naive. My wife was naive. She was naive. She wasn't gullible in the sense of just gonna put up with a bunch of mess, just like you ain't putting up with no bunch of mess. But you naive to think that this ain't no mind game. That this man ain't playing with your heartstrings. That he ain't trying you like no baser. And for y'all understand, a baser is somebody who free bases. Free basing is doing a type of drug certain way. And so when I say try you like a baser, I mean try you like a drug addict, like a crackhead, like a fiend. That's what I mean. So I don't know where all that's at, but that's what we say in Florida. Try me like a baser. And so, cause like with a baser, you could give them $1 to wash your whole car, and at the car wash is $25. Try me like a baser. So the baser, hey, you'll run up there 3 miles to the store and bring me back a loaf of milk. Bring you a loaf of milk? Yeah, do that for me for $2. Oh, then you gonna get it $2? So I grew up with basers, and so you could. So when I say you tried me like a baser, that means this person is disrespecting you. They trying your humanity. They wasting your time. And they disrespecting you because of how they see you. They see you like you less than them. They see you like you don't deserve better. And they don't treat you like you God child. They treat you like you they slave, you they do girl, you they do boy. That's what trying you like a base will mean. So understand that right there, okay? Hey, God bless you. This one here, it wasn't too meaty, it wasn't too deep. So listen to this twice. If you want to do an hour video, listen to it twice. Listen to this twice. I'm gonna try to get all the video from while I get home, so I ain't got to cut off abruptly. I could be already sitting at the table waiting on my food when she walk in the door. So hey, God bless y'all. And listen, I'm gonna tell you this too. I sent this to my mailing list. If you're not on my mailing list because you haven't signed up for a free course on TonyGastonAcademy.com, there are free courses on there. Click on the love and relationship courses, or go to the bottom and click the next page. It's 2 free courses on there. But the life coach certification, for those of you who want to become a life coach, the price increases March 9th. So I'm giving you a heads up in case you got paid yesterday or you get paid next Friday. So you cannot say, Tony, you did not tell me that the price was going up 50%. So right now it's $500. It's going to $750 as we are going closer to the market value. The total market value that I'm gonna pay, that I'm gonna charge in this decade, I can't say this decade, but within the next few years will be $2,500. So the course will climb gradually to $2,500 for the same amount of information. Without this opportunity, because when you finish the course, you can sign up on mymentor.life. Without this opportunity, and for this same amount of information or less, there are coaches charging $5,000 or more for their life coaching certification. So I want you to understand, for those of y'all who see $500 as a lot of money, you got to understand that's really zilch. That's zero nada compared to the market rate. So don't look at it like, oh, 500 is a lot. Where's the deal? That is the deal. But when you look around at other courses, Google life coaching certification, you'll see the price difference. All right. Hey, Tony Gaston here. I just say I'm gonna notify y'all on all the videos. So if you don't want to be no life coach, then just ignore that, and you need to go to mymentor.life and hire you a coach, because you need coaching, just because you don't want to be one. But if you want to be one, then you go to TonyGastonAcademy.com, and the link is in the description. Hey, God bless you. We'll talk soon.